is a giant
painting
depicting a scene of war.
Everyone's a crack.
Any of you who are old enough to remember Icenia,
Oh, no.
Ashbury City, what looks like the opposing force having bled out of the painting and poured all over the field. Okay. Such a point where a flat room is now tilted.
Hey, healthy heroes, time for a throwback to Old Ashbury, a plotline more than 15 years ago. I don't even know the specific content. I'm only familiar with that campaign setting.
Oh, grant my heart with a bless. This sound brings me back.
An artist had painted a legendary battle from Ashbury's history, and some strange happenings brought it to life. Let's check out my scout's point of view as we take on this painting. I post up on the shield side, waiting for them to get some of their packets thrown before I start drifting out to the flanking spots.
Resist.
Jeebus doesn't hesitate there.
If you pass into where Jack is, you're in the painting.
Tyrion is slow to move in, though. And Nikhujo gets bored.
Why aren't you moving?
Decides to scout around, and she finds an enemy flanker.
I'll play with this thing. Oh, it's glowing. I hate that.
He is glowing, meaning that he's holding packets, which is a threat of ranged attacks, so she stays cautious. No lie, using environmental objects as simple as this utility pole can save you from some packet attacks. I do some roleplay banter because this flanker is apparently the artist. He's an intelligent person.
Yeah, can you talk? Is this your painting? Are you mad about this? Do you want us to stop?
Possibly.
But it came alive and it's fighting everything.
I decide to relay this information.
The artist drifted in behind us. Oh, he's still up.
I almost run smack into a paint monster.
Weapon strike paralysis counteract.
After I remember my defensive there, I push in, get that job done.
10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver, 20 silver, 20 silver.
Find a back.
20 silver.
Moving across the back line.
10 silver, 10 silver. 10 silver, 10 silver. 10 body, got it. 10 silver.
A tiny safety field adjustment here around the stumps. It's a very common courtesy thing to do at a LARP battlefield. And out of game, those marshals can stand next to hazards on the field.
Thank you, Kyle.
So I end up firmly squared off against these two gray paint monsters.
Yeah, maybe just stand there, Drew. Okay, perfect.
And the Beata Cambridge here steps in on my right to cover my exposed striking arm with his shield.
What are you swinging?
Nikhujo might be a little mad about that because she didn't ask for his help directly, but she's also a little bit not mad because this Beata Cambridge has been very involved with the Gorb culture and plot all weekend. So they have a pre-established mutual respect and teamwork there.
Elemental shield. 10 silver.
Nikhujo, you want another one?
Yes.
Elemental.
10 silver, 10 silver, 10
And Cambridge does know to ask before casting a defensive on her. Very respectful of her culture. I love when roleplay and character nuances can be played out even in high-intensity combat moments.
Thank you.
This event with the Gorb Cub spirit plot that brought a whole crew of 6 of us together, Nikhujo was really challenged in regards to the notions of teamwork or even friendship. I intentionally make her difficult to get close to, demanding and easily offended, and I accept the consequences of her unlikableness because it's really personally empowering for me to explore that out of game. So if and when players opt in to her tension and choose to tolerate or even learn about her, I'm always surprised, and it's great food for thought and growth.
We can refit one.
I go to refit. Here I thought I was out of the action, but a black paint monster was right there. My refit gets interrupted, took all of that damage, and she is mad about it. I opt to dump a couple of her big skills in.
200 normal. 200 silver.
And use the Monster Slayer effect to roleplay her indignant rage at that monster who interrupted her.
Killing Blow 2, Killing Blow 3, Monster Slayer. Everything.
That's a Gold Claw special. Noldrick is a character she has recruited to join her side quest back home, and he has been very tolerant of her belligerence, so they have a pre-established dynamic, and she's now almost less easily offended by him.
I needed to refill.
She's not a great leader. She's too selfish. But the development these opt-in dynamics offer is so cool. I love storytelling in this game, thanks to all the players who opt into it with me. Again, with her developing friendships here, Nikhujo does not normally jump in on fights that are already happening, but this is Jiraj, a Snow-Tig Gorb character, so she will hunt next to him with no hesitation. I make my way around one strike at a time until I am more directly opposite Jiraj, and the monster is stuck in our circle.
10 silver.
Once that guy drops, I notice a new wave in the middle with no one attending to them.
Hey, a bunch in the middle here, a bunch in the middle.
Jiraj engages with the range he gets from his polearm, but I am not in a flanking position or closing the distance against a line that is that strong, especially because they're holding packets. I request the help of a Selenari archer named Pasnia,
Can you with range hit that archer?
because Pasnia was the adopted sister of another Gorb character named Star, and so Nikhujo is becoming more comfortable reaching out because of these Gorban culture interactions that are happening. Thanks to the influence of the younger character, Star, who plays the same culture that Nikhujo does. Having camaraderie in shared plot or shared mods could possibly begin to soften a mean character. But this frontline versus the range nonsense is not her speed, so now that an ally shield wall is forming, she is off to scout around for the backs. Once I do my first drive-by down the backside of the line, everyone starts spinning. It's a pretty risky spot for me to be in, but thankfully Jeebus, who is a very experienced flanker, knows to make his move to capitalize on the chaos that happens once anyone starts flanking. He and I push our aggression at the same time to keep them spinning. We eventually get that whole line dropped.
10 silver.
Now Nikhujo is practicing being an objective-focused leader, so she wanders over to ask about this frisbee golf-style puzzle that was going on. She will not engage with it herself because throwing things is very un-Gorban, and she was not interested in that task. Which is kind of sad because out-of-game Susie, I love frisbee. But these are character choices. Committing to the cultural bit is Nikhujo's whole thing, and it does have some consequences.
Do you want to, he talked to me. He's got a hat on and scarf.
Still, Nikhujo has been enjoying the role of relaying information and accomplishing objectives efficiently, so she offers a little role play to the Hook NPC, the researcher Cecilia.
He was talking. He was casting a bunch of spells, and I talked to him. I was like, do we need to stop? And he was like, it would be
The more
nice.
Nikhujo self-appoints as a leader, the bossier and louder she gets, which I've realized is worth keeping an eye on. If I choose to continue to keep her mean and rude, as she's always been, I gotta stay aware of the audience and the impact of these personal character choices.
Miss.
I body dodge a hefty packet. Yeah, that is why I keep distance from packet throwers.
I didn't even see that. This guy.
This black paint monster gets the jump on me again. I have no idea how he was so magnificently sneaky. Kudos to him. Nikhujo is now committed to getting him down, even though he appears to have a ton of body. She has to dodge a couple of his big swings.
10 silver. 20 silver.
A blue paint monster presents a back while chasing Noldrick, so she jumps at that opportunity.
Oh, that would have been the wrong way to dodge. Okay. Tyrion.
She's starting to realize how hard it is to drop these paint monsters and how big their attacks are.
Jeez Louise.
So I wait until I find an opening I like, sweeping around the back more.
These guys are hooching.
Wide sweep around to that back.
20 silver.
Nikhujo does respect Noldrick. Noldrick likes Wolf Girl, so she relays information for him when she saw her take a sleep.
She drops. 10 silver. Wolf girl fell down. I think it was asleep, Noldrick. I think she's asleep. A new line is coming in.
Nikhujo does love to keep vigilant about the state of the battlefield in general, and so she's again getting a little louder and bossier about her information. She notices the painter himself again, but Tyrion didn't.
Oh, that painter's here.
So she runs over, knowing that as soon as Tyrion does turn around, it will be an excellent circle. So the surprise attack works on the painter's 3-count rifting out.
Counts of 20s, but then you're gone whenever.
But the painter does escape with that rift. Time to jump on another back. But she whirls around and has a sleep effect? Now, this was the last battle before logistics, and I legitimately ran out of defenses. The moment my 30 points of armor drop, that sleep carrier hits me, and I have to take a little snooze.
No effect.
Okay, unless you're dead.
No.
Unless you sleep.
Yes.
Okay, so these are awakened.
Jeebus checking on me is very kind. Nobody owes Nikhujo that because she's so rude to other people.
Spell for 15 healing.
I got it. 15 healing. Got it. I think I'm good. No, it was a sleep. I ran out of dodges.
Many, so I'm just gonna do it.
Okay, I think I'm topped off. I'm just out of defenses, which...
Riddick just dumping healing into her just in case. Because it is so close to logistics refresh, he has extra healing left over. It's interesting to see how the proximity of a skills refresh window affects conditions on a battlefield. Like how cautious or reckless people get with whatever skills they have left over before they refresh. Then I see the painter has rifted in again across the battlefield. That guy is dodgy. And he's getting protected by a monster who is chucking sleep packets now, so I have to back off. But I draw attention to him at least.
That guy is the painter with the hat and the scarf. Might get easier if we kill the painter.
Get him!
He riffs around a lot.
I'll stay back here.
I body dodge a packet from a gray monster, trying to rogue up on a group of kin there.
Down. There's a stone guy right there. I think it was just damage. Coming in behind, coming in. Miss.
He threw something at me, so that dude is mine to engage with now, regardless of how many other folks are getting in on it. Nikhujo does actually like Wilderkin. As much as she maintains her cultural distinction and won't say that she is one, she won't hesitate to fight alongside them. She'll just get big mad if someone calls her one. So we drop that guy, big group of us.
Who's down? The painter's down? What did we just say? The painter's down?
Yeah, I fucked him up.
Good.
With the painter taken care of.
Did we finish the thingies in here? Did we finish the puzzles in there?
And the puzzle complete.
Where's...
We fixed the painting.
Researcher. Ma'am, did we finish whatever was in there?
Yes, we just have to take care of the remnants now.
Okay, so it's just clearing out the last ones?
Yes.
Okay, with the painter down, I doubt they'll come back.
Where is he?
The painter, he's gone. They got him.
Dead or ripped it out?
I think he dropped him. It was that guy in the dark shade. What's his name?
So these final moments, I'm just scouting around, seeing if anything catches my fancy to clean up.
Yeah,
That guy is taken care of.
A little one with packets, little one throwing things.
Tyrion called dibs on the little one.
Tyrion said he would do it. It's such a little splotch right there.
But what's that? The little one's a runner. Yes, please. That's my game.
20 silver, 20 silver, 20 silver, 20 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver, 20 silver. What was the packet you threw at me? 11 flame. 11 flame. Got it. Got it.
The paint splotches seem all cleaned up. But surprise!
More.
There's one more.
The painter's here.
I square up and I announce him.
You poof. Guys, form up. Painter's here.
Just see a lightning elemental, not a painter.
Oh, I was mistaken.
A brief note here, NPCs who change roles mid-battle may want to consider changing costumes, or just like a hat or a scarf could make a big difference in portraying that information.
Elemental shield. 10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver.
As soon as others join in the line, I gradually sneak around to his back, scooching around one strike at a time. It's neither sneaky nor speedy, but it is a strong style, just to gradually position yourself until you're behind them.
I'm sorry, that guy looked exactly like the painter, but
I love Noldrick's in-game line here.
Self-portrait. I got
My bad.
This was his self-portrait, obviously.
Oh, it must have been his self-portrait. Perfect save, excellent immersion, and the battle is won. Join the fight at AllianceLARP.com.